Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, AquaIllumination. My name is Marin and this is going to be my frag tank. So this frag tank is going to be standalone, and I don't want to have anything like connect to this aquarium, and I want to have this video like super straight on the point. So I'm going to show the equipment, I'm going to show how I build the stuff, so let's get to it. So this is going to be my frag tank. As you can see, like it's a kind of shallow, and there's a reason behind it. If you wonder, actually the dimensions, like it's 19 centimeters long, 40 centimeters wide, and the height is 30 centimeters. And the reason why I want this kind of dimensions is because first I need a small tank, but I need like a shallow tank, so it's gonna be like more easy for me. Like if I have like a frag, I can reach more easily. And the other reason also is because you don't need like have a strong light that casts the light just on the frag. It's just make the stuff like a little bit more easier, and I can put the light like just higher also to cover a more big area. And you can see there's it's a rimless tank. All my aquarium tank are always rimless. This is my go-to. And there's unfortunately I need to protect the bottom because it's gonna have like some pressure. So what I have like this old mouse pad that I'm going to use. And I'm gonna just like cut like in half, so I'm gonna put like on each corner I'm gonna put them, and you can see there's my level. So I did some tests for the level, and I found out that it was just kind of alright, but I need to do some correction. So I'm gonna do some correction to make sure like it's a little bit level, but not as level like crazy level, because if there's like an accident of water, I prefer to have the water spread in front of me and maybe on the side, because it's just easier to clean if there's like a mess. So this is the reason I'm gonna be like just offset just slightly, just a little bit. So I'm gonna work on that. And if you wonder for the equipment, this is the filter I'm going to use, and it's gonna be pretty much like the heart of my frag tank. I found it like way more simple to have like a canister filter instead of like having like a sump. It's just like I have a small apartment, so if I can like just compact the stuff together, it's gonna be more simple for me. I'm not going to use the bio that's like inside of it. I'm gonna use the carbon that come with, but this is gonna be pretty much like the equipment I'm going to use. So I'm gonna use for the bacteria, this Brightwell bacteria, the Bacto 7. And I'm gonna use the Bio Brick. So, and by the way, like there's none of this equipment that's like sponsored. I just bought everything. So this thing I'm gonna test this stuff because I think it's like a super solid piece of product. So I will put a test. I bought 2 of them. So this is gonna be for like the bacteria to remove the nitrate and stuff, blah blah blah. For the light, I'm gonna have the Prime HD and with the arm. And I'm gonna use the Nero 5 pump. For the heater, I have the EHEIM, I think it's the 100, not quite sure. So I'm gonna use that heat, and because I spent like so much money, I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke. I'm gonna use like a very old power bar. Yeah, please don't judge me. And I'm gonna use some GFO, and this is gonna be where I'm gonna put like all the frag tank. So I'm gonna cut like a chunk of it, and I'm gonna put that inside of the tank. So this is pretty much like the essential equipment that I'm gonna use for that tank. Alright, so I just leveled this aquarium. Recently I had to level the aquarium like from the bottom of this aquarium. It's not ideal, but due to circumstances, like I don't have a lot of choice, because that thing is like super hole, and I can't like put stuff on the bottom. There's like some issue with that furniture, so I'm gonna cross my finger. And so right now I'm gonna just put some water inside of it, and to make sure that there's no leak, and I'm gonna cross my finger again. Alright, so while I wait to see if there's any leak, I'm gonna cut that egg crate and to the dimension for this aquarium, but I'm going to leave like some kind of like 2 or 3 inch of space just in case, like for the pump or for any kind of like maybe the filter. So I'm gonna leave some space just in case, and so I'm gonna use a cutter like this. What I use for the coral, and I'm gonna just cut this egg crate. So 1, 2, 3.
A few inches later.
361, 362.
2 hours later.
1242, 43, 1044, 1000, oh my god. Woo! Alright, so this is the surface for my frag plug, and look at that. It fit like a glove. Woo! Wow, what are the odds? No, seriously, they are made because of that. As you can see, it fit in the tank. But the egg crate need to be lifted like from around like this here, and the reason why it's like around this I want to have is because of the, let's say, the Nero 5. So what I'm going to do is like I'm gonna just count the number of square. The goal is to put the Nero 5 like just underneath the egg crate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think like this 5 square of height is gonna be enough like to just put the flow like just underneath the frags. Alright, so this is my my leftover for the egg crate. I'm gonna build some leg on the egg crate for the frag plug in my frag tank. So 4 for each corner of my egg crate. So I'm gonna do 1 for demonstration, and after this, yeah, I'm just going to use a tie like this to hold everything together. So here an example for one of the corner, and one of the reason I forgot to mention, the reason why I choose like to use like that height is because I'm gonna use the Brightwell bricks, and I just wanted to make sure like it fit correctly to the frag tank. So as you can see, I still have like plenty of space, so that's pretty good, and I'm gonna put 2 of these in the frag tank. So I'm gonna build 3 more, and after that I'm gonna attach the corner to the egg crate.
AM.
Alright, so I just finished the rack. There we go. So it didn't take long. As you can see, it's still clear. Oops, it's night. So it took me a little while, but the product is there. So it's time to put it in. Oops. I made something in my plan. Alright, so it wasn't that bad. It's just because I had to just push. So as you can see, I left some space, and it fit pretty much into the tank very well. Oh, that's a really weird looking. But yeah, there we go. I think I measure like the stuff correctly because or it's pretty tight. So I have like the filter just over there, so it's pretty tight. And look, so this is gonna be like for the can filter, and there's gonna be another thing over there. And just look, there's the Nero 5 just over there, and it fit just perfect. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this, and it's gonna leave me like a lot of space for have like a lot of frags. So
Meanwhile. A few moments later.
So I thought about something while I was emptying the water from the tank. It was a tap water, and I thought, hey, you know what? If I put like a skimmer, just in case, I might not have enough room. So I took my skimmer from my other tank. This is the 9004 from Tons. How do you pronounce it? Or Tonzi, whatever how you pronounce it. And so I might just cut like just 3 arrows over there to make sure like it fit. I wasn't planning like to put the skimmer inside of the tank. Maybe you might be surprised by that, but just in case I need a skimmer, I'm gonna just cut those arrows over there. And I also put 2 extra support in the middle to make sure like it doesn't break when I put some pressure. So it should be fine. So for the filtration, I use the filter canister like this. I'm gonna show you what I'm going to use inside. So you have the chamber, so the mechanical part, the coarse side. So I'm gonna use the carbon that was provided in the filter. And for the last chamber, I'm gonna use some GFO, just like that. I like to hold the stuff like this, pretty cool. Alright, so now it's time to put the salt. So I have 2 salt, and since I have like trouble with that one, I crashed my tank with this one. You can see the video up there. I'm gonna use the blue bucket, and instead of putting like a 0.025 salinity gravity, I'm gonna put like a 0.02 or something like that. And go, stop. By lowering the salinity in the water, what I heard is it's going to accelerate the processes of proliferation of the bacteria inside of the water. So after maybe 1 week or 2, I'm gonna put the normal salinity into the frag tank. Alright, so I just hook up the filter, and the flow seems to be pretty good. I like that. You can see there's a lot of bubble, but it's going to like fade away eventually. So this is the canister. Right now there's a lot of tubing, so I might need to chop those tubes eventually. But for now it works, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. So yeah, that's how it looks, and like that. little trick that some people use. They put like a shrimp into the aquarium to put like some bacteria and stuff like that. But I got a better idea. Yeah, that's right. Let's put that into the tank. You know, sometimes you gotta step up your game, I guess. No, it touched! Alright, so now for the most important part of the aquarium. I'm gonna use those bricks from Brightwell. They're supposed to be like the biggest surface area product available in the world. So I'm very curious to test it out. And I'm just like surprised that it looked like a little bit pink to my eyes. So this is what I'm going to use. So this is one. You can see the thickness. So I'm going to use both of these, and I'm gonna fill up with bacteria, and hopefully this is gonna filter my my frag tank alone. So here's the brick. I'm gonna use the Microbacter 7 for Brightwell. Alright, so also for the bacteria, I just pull out my biomedia that I use in my current aquarium. So I'm just going to take maybe like just a sample. You can see they're like seeded with bacteria and all kind of, I don't know, kind of. So yeah, I'm gonna use like those little one. And I'm gonna just seed the aquarium with that. And another thing also I got is a bacteria ball. It's called Bacto Reef Ball by Fauna Marin, and I got like a sample of them. So I'm gonna use for the tank. And the cool thing with that is, if I can open it with my hand. So you see the ball right now, but look at that. Just like a magician, they will just disappear. The thing, we can't see them. That's the thing, like once they got into the tank, it's really hard to notice them. Like they're almost like invisible. The refraction is pretty much similar. So those bacteria should feed the tank, and yeah. So I think I'm got covered with bacteria, plenty of it. So that tank needs to be cycled, and I'm going to cycle it for like maybe, I don't know, 3 weeks. I will see what happened, and I'm really counting on this to filter my aquarium. So crossing my finger. Alright, so this is how I built my frag aquarium. I hope you learned something, and if you have any suggestions for me how to improve that tank, let me know down below. I will always take a look on the comments, and thank you for watching. So peace out, bye bye.